Today we are going to demonstrate how to use a commercial food processor. The unit in front of us is called the R2N Roku food processor. It is a 1 horsepower, 27 pound commercial grade machine whose motor spins at approximately 1700 RPMs a minute and is capable of processing more than 90 pounds of vegetables an hour. It is an industry standard machine critical to everyday restaurant and food operations. It is important that this machine is used correctly to ensure its availability for use during operations, and in this video we will discuss the basic features and the way to put it together properly. This machine consists of the following pieces for basic use. First is the S-blade. It is a standard cutting blade. It is smooth but extremely sharp. You must always be careful with this blade. The next piece are the batch bowls. These two bowls are identical, but just made of different materials. The first is called the gray batch bowl. It is a polycarbonate gray material, and this is a clear, also part of the carbonate material, but it allows you to see your food when processing. The plastic material will sometimes become clouded and scratched much easier. The last piece of the bowl assembly is the lid. The lid has 2 side latches and 1 safety latch feature, which we will discuss during the assembly. And the final is the base unit. Once again, this is a very powerful unit. It is a 1 horsepower direct drive motor with a spindle, and we are going to show you how to put it together properly and use it safely. The first thing that we are going to assemble on the unit will be the bowl, but before we start, we must always ensure that the unit is unplugged. Having the empty plug in hand, having my other plug, knowing that once it is assembly and my food is in the processor, I will plug it in. There are safety features on the machine that will prevent its use before it is properly assembled, but we always assure that powerful machines are unplugged before use in the kitchen. The first thing we're going to do in the assembly process is assemble the bowl. For our assembly, we're going to use the clear bowl so I can demonstrate the safety features of the bowl. In this part of the bowl, there is a small safety mechanism that lines the inner part of the handle. It is a pin that, when the lid is placed on properly, pushes down and allows the operation of the unit. When we place the bowl on the unit, we're going to place the bowl slightly off to the right of the unit with the handle facing forward. We are going to then rotate the bowl back and have it click into place. After the bowl is clicked into place, you may then place your blade in the bowl, once again being careful. The blade will line up with the spindle. It is slightly offset in shape, and when the alignment happens, the blade will drop all the way flush to the bottom with the blades slightly offset. At this point, you can add your food or liquid. You may also add food and liquid during the processing through the small hole, but you never add your food before you add your blade. The next part of the assembly will be the lid. As discussed before, the lid has a small safety latch on front, which correlates with the safety latch on the front of the food processing machine. When we place the lid down, once again, we place it slightly off to the left and rotate it until it clicks into place, making the safety feature engage. We are then able to plug the machine in, and the operations of the machine are 2. One is a full continuous mode, where the machine will continually process until you turn it off using the black button. The second is the pulse feature. It is the button located on the right-hand side of the machine, and as you press it, it will pulse, allowing food to process and then drop back down into the machine. After you're finished with your processing, you're going to first unplug the machine for safety before you disassemble. The next is to remove the lid, as we discussed in the earlier part of the video, by rotating the lid out of the safety mechanism. Then you may remove the blade and the bowl to take your product off. When you are done, you must wipe down the machine base unit. The bowls and the lids may go into the dishwasher, and the safety blade, S-blade, must be washed by hand and treated as a sharp knife in the kitchen, never placed in sinks, under towels. Please always be careful with the machine. It is very powerful and an important part of the restaurant industry arsenal.